It was a very, very eventful day for Mr. Carney. He went to Europe and he was meeting with the leaders in France and Britain, as well as the king. Um, and to say the least, it was a catastrophe for Mr. Carney on the PR front. He made many gaffes. He doesn't know how to answer questions when it comes to the media. He has a subtle arrogance, actually, not subtle, very apparent arrogance when it comes to uh, getting questions that are a bit contentious for him and a bit touchy. But that's what you get when you are Prime Minister. You are in the office, the highest office of this land in Canada, and you expect that you will just get a free ride like you've been getting in the past when you're heads of the financial industries or other people are talking with you. Like, no, it's not going to be so easy. It's going to be difficult. And here we have a clip where Mark Carney is now switching up on the carbon tax. He's switching up after 2 days ago.
Guess what one of the requirements is to diversify trade to the European Union? Guess what one of the requirements is to diversify trade to the United Kingdom? Guess what one of the requirements will be to diversify trade to emerging Asia? Is to have a form of price on carbon. So we are able to think one step ahead.
He said that he was going to, bring the consumer carbon tax down to zero, and he signed off on that. However, today he's now back in Europe in middle of the UK, saying that we need a carbon tax again in order to trade with the United Kingdom and other European nations. What? What is he saying now? That literally 2 days ago he canceled the carbon tax supposedly, and now he's back saying we need it again? And isn't this exactly what people on the conservative side were saying, that he's just pulling a kind of trick to get votes, to get high polling numbers or whatever he's trying to do? He's actually he can't he doesn't really care what Canadians have to say. What he cares about is what he has to think. And he bared with it for a couple of days about the carbon tax, but his own conscience, his own arrogance, his own viewpoint couldn't survive, and he just couldn't bear that. He just needed to have that carbon tax. His little boy, the carbon tax. And now he's saying that if we want to trade with other partners outside of America, we need a carbon tax. And that is complete baloney. That is complete garbage. I don't think he can maintain a position that is against his views. He isn't in the best interests of Canadians. He isn't acting in the best interests of Canadians. He's acting in his own interest. He's a banker. He's been pushed through life thinking he knows everything, even though he's probably not as skilled as people are saying he is. He's no engineer. He's a financial guy. And I mean, finance is a great industry, but it still isn't as complicated as people make it to seem to be. It just takes a lot of common sense. And Carney might think and push himself a little higher than he actually is in terms of knowledge and strength he has. In reality, it's not as difficult as it seems. And when you have somebody who thinks he knows so much better, so much more than the average person would, then here's what you get. You get a person like Carney who's shifting on the carbon tax a day or 2 days after he cut it. And another funny point is that when he was in, Canada for literally half a day, he goes and then runs out to Europe for 3 days afterwards, after being elected into office. Not elected, sorry, uh, hand selected by Justin Trudeau into office. He isn't elected, that's another point. Where's the election? Nobody knows. He's been very, very mute on a lot of things, and it seems that he just wanted to run home to Europe and spend a couple days vacationing back in his actual home, which is Europe. But let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Uh, it seems Carney is already falling apart, uh, and the polling numbers that say that he's ahead, I don't know if they're going to stay like that for long. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.